bet you never call home.
Hey guys, it's me. It's been a little bit of a crazy ass 2 weeks. And I know I said in my last vlog that I was done, and I thought I was done, but our school kind of dropped a bomb on us, and they sort of told us that we would be done studio so we would work harder. And then they were like, oh, by the way, there's like another 15 drawings we have to do. And normally that would be okay, but the problem is we basically had like probably about 8 or 9 other really huge deadlines that we put off, and we were planning on doing them then. But then we couldn't because we had 15 drawings. So we ended up, oh, it's just crazy. Anyways, so I finished all my tech stuff. I had to do this crazy technical section through a wall, and I did it. But I got a really good mark on it, so I'm really proud. It's like a really big accomplishment for me because I'm normally kind of like the conceptual guy, and anyways, I'm proud of that. And I did my final. I think I did really, really well on it. What else did I do? Oh my god, like I had to do an essay, and I had to fix up all my stuff in my recycled architecture class. So I've done all that, that's all done. And now I have to work on those drawings for studio, the 15 drawings. Although I don't think I'm going to quite do 15, I'm just going to do some really, really, really detailed ones. Here, let me show you this. I'll see if you can see this in, it's in AutoCAD. It's kind of funny. It's like this strange little world. Okay. Oh, here we go. Okay, can you see that? Okay, you can kind of see the section. This is the section right there. And then let's zoom in. So you can like zoom in on like the pieces. That's a window. This is like insulation with concrete, and like it's probably awful to see this. I'm sorry. And this is like my green wall right here. I'm sorry, it's awfully blurry. Hold on, maybe we can fix that. I don't know. Anyways, point is, it's actually a lot easier than I thought to use AutoCAD. I'm pretty sure somebody lied to me when they were like, oh, it's so hard. Because like I was expecting this to be like awful for me. But it's actually not bad. I'll probably end up using it next semester. Now I can put it on my resume. I've used all the programs that I wanted to learn this year, which is some sort of strange joy. And then I finished my Highline essay. Outline, anyways. Let me read you something here. By the way, I just woke up and I'm staying inside because today is the day of showing things. Let's see if you can see it. This is what happened outside. It was pretty nice out, and then it dumps a whole shitload of snow, and you can barely even walk down the streets. Like I was trying to go for my, oh, that's another thing. We had like this giant design economics project. We had to design a whole other building outside of studio, which is like ridiculous. But we did it. I'm proud. And anyways, I was going to our final presentation. I slept in, so I had like 10 minutes to get there. So I'm like not even paying attention. I'm walking out the door, and like I'm not even realizing it, but I'm walking through snow about this deep, and I'm like, what's going on? And I'm on the phone to my group member trying to explain what happened. And you know how you're an autopilot and you just kind of walk down the street? Well, I'm walking down the street, and all of a sudden I run into a car on the sidewalk, and then I like kind of just go around it. I'm like, what the fuck? What's going on? Yeah, I actually swore at the car. Like, I don't swear. This was a weird day. And then there's like this bigger, giant truck in front of me, and it's like trying to run into me, and I'm like, what's wrong with this world? So anyways, the buses weren't coming, and there are like 40 people. Like, okay, literally, there probably were about 15 people at each stop. So like, around my house, there were probably about 50 or 60 people like together in all the stops. And then like, so I decide, okay, I can run to school. It takes me about 15 minutes to walk really fast. So I actually am running through snowbanks, like over around cars which are stuck, and like, oh my god, like, you know when you run too fast and you can't breathe? I couldn't breathe the whole time I was running. And so finally I get into school. My pants are soaked all the way to the top. And like, I'm just like, I'm here. And I can't like talk. Thank God we didn't have to present. We just had to hand in the booklet because we were one of the other 15 groups who weren't presenting. But like, oh my god, it was just the weirdest, most abusive day ever. Oh god, and it was that same day we had our exam, so I was just like, anyways, so this is my essay that I'm writing. I don't know, you guys can correct it or whatever, but anyways, this is about the Highline. So this is like an essay that came from my drawing, and it's titled Above and Within. New York has been graced with a legacy of innovation and revolution. Not only one of the major hubs for demonstrating the ideals of American life, it has also served as a symbol for the artistic and architectural communities of North America who look to what has and could be in a sense of cultural precedence. In the late 1920s, it was this motivation that prompted the creation of the High Line through New York City. The High Line was a 12-kilometer section of elevated railway tracks that crossed through the city from the Hudson Yard to the Gavensport Market District. Levitating 3 stories above the dense urban tapestry that is New York City, the High Line was a symbol for the cutting edge of technology and infrastructure. Its potent arrangement above and within the city at the same time gave it a rather unique status, as both an ever-present and forgotten icon in the minds of the New Yorkers that passed under it daily. Correspondingly, in a city across continents and cultures, a similar testament to the intense industrial revolution exists in Paris, France. The same conditions of above and below and cutting through the city in a delicate way existed and has since been transformed into a living organism within the city. The Promenade Plantée is a romantic oasis for Parisians to escape their work, to contemplate thoughts of the city. Offering a surreal perspective of French streets and familiar places that it crosses over, it is a well-documented and liked place by the surrounding inhabitants. I should change that. Both the promenade and the High Line share the characteristics of levitation and interruption between the busy life below and the still life above. Whether they are more similar than different becomes a question of the future for the High Line in its transformation by Diller and Scafidio, architects. Pushing the understanding of the definition of park and infrastructure to a new and profound place, they attempt to redefine the High Line as a place once overlooked but now found. They attempt to put the High Line into its proper prominence through the emphasis of an elevated and punctuated status floating above the city. That is my intro paragraph, which I wrote. Pretty exciting. I just realized there was one mistake that I'm going to change. But anyways, I'm in higher spirits. I was actually like freaking out, and I've probably never been so physically tired in my life. And Kat was saying that it's because of stress. I think that might be true. Like, I don't think I've ever been so stressed out with so many deadlines overlapping. And like, it sounds like they were all spread out, but literally like 3 of them were on the same day. And like, it's a bad news when that happens. But so yeah, things are good. I'm going home for Christmas in like a week, I think, which is like good because it means no matter what, I have to be done whatever is left. Like, this essay isn't due to the 19th, so I guess I'll have some more time when I'm at home, which is sort of tragic. I don't really want to do any more work at home. But at least I'll be at home. It's, like, completely different at home. Sort of relaxing. Anyways, I hope you guys are having a really good Christmas. I'm sure this is getting long. I don't want to go anymore. And, hope your season is nice, and don't spend too much time outside if it's cold like it is here. Okay, see you later, guys.